My name is Arctomian. I will be going over a couple of things regarding other bots that streamers are using and the development of Helix Bot, and with that the request for coders with that. So let's get started and let's show on what we currently have on the market as streamer bots and what Helix Bot is going to be. It's quite unique on what I'm trying to create here, but I already discovered in the early phases that I cannot do this alone. Without further ado, as streamers we have a lot of bots. For example, if I would go over a couple of bots that we have right here, Deepbot, it's a bot that announces things for you in chat towards your viewers. You've got Nightbot that does actually raffles, auctions and other kinds of things. We got notification bots, which is Twitch alerts. The Night Dev team actually has a lot of that as well. We've got Better TV. These are all kind of bots that help us interact with our viewers. The most sophisticated one that we have so far, and that one is quite unique as well and standalone on the market at the moment, is Deepbot. As you can see, Deepbot is the only one that's actually software, and that brings a lot of upsides with that as well. Again, Deepbot is a client where you can interact and do mini games with your viewers, play music, check the notifications on it. You can even interact with the other streamers that are connected to the Deepbot. It's quite nifty software, and experts online who I consider as a friend is doing very well on this. He's got a lot of features that he wants to add to Deepbot, and this will be a nice piece of software on its release, I hope, because at the moment it's still in closed beta. Now, sadly however, all of these bots are here to entertain your viewers while you are streaming. That means a lot of the things that you as a streamer might want to know are not within these bots' features. That's specifically because these bots are designed for entertainment value and purposes. I am willing to change that. Unfortunately, I do not have a version ready right now, so I'm gonna do it from a print screen as a .png file, but I will be explaining Helix Bot, and Helix Bot is quite a software that is exactly for the streamer alone. So let me open up the file over here. At the moment I've been so far working on the .NET frameworks for this. I have a lot of frameworks to make for this, as well as look for the APIs in this, but I will go over the main UI of Helix Bot first. So what is Helix Bot? Helix Bot, unlike Deepbot, is a monitor assistant, so it gathers information, data about everything that you want to know as a streamer and puts that into one client. So for example, if you would have Deepbot and Helix Bot next to each other, you have exactly everything you need as a streamer. Those are the only two bots that you will be needing. Deepbot to entertain your viewers, and Helix Bot to keep a close eye on the statistics of your channel. So let me get over this. Of course, just like any other bot, you're gonna have to enter your Twitch ID and your password over here and authenticate with the Twitch service. But quickly, compared to other bots, it's already starting to become different. The Helix Bot status on the right side over here will already give you the status whether you're live or not, of course, but it will also show the delay currently that you're having between the software that you're using, for example OBS or XSplit, and the Twitch servers. So when you're talking into your microphone, it will show the delay on when the viewers actually get to hear that or see your footage. Just like a lot of other bots, it will also show the timer on how long you have been streaming, and of course the port, which is 99% port 80 that you will be streaming out of. On the left side we will see the video manager. This is purely statistics, so this is not something that you can change within Helix Bot, not at this moment what I have planned regarding that. But it will show you the total amount of VODs, which is videos on demand, that you have, the amount of highlights that you have, the total amount of views that you got on both your highlights as well as the other VODs, the amount exported, for example, to your YouTube channel, the amount that your videos got recorded as well as shared and bookmarked. So this is already something that's completely different that no other bot has. Next up is the stream quality status. Now the stream quality status, you might have noticed that you can already check it up within the website of twitch.tv. The sad thing out of it is that you're gonna have to go towards your dashboard, and therefore you cannot follow your own stream, for example. I want to integrate that into Helix Bot and show the quality of the stream actually within Helix Bot itself. The next one is the sub donation in Bitcoins. Before I go over this, I would like to show you guys that this will also be the only bot that has a Bitcoin integration into it. A lot of the donations will be going by PayPal. I'm not completely sure if bitcoins will be considered still be considered a currency over time, but we're gonna have to see on that. So regarding that, we'll get back to the bitcoins later. But this particular tab actually is quite ingenious in the idea, yet simple to compress actually into data. What this actually does is, for subscribers as well as non-subscribers, it will calculate out the amount of revenue that you will be getting towards a period of for example a month. For example, if you are a subscribed channel and you've got basically 250 subscribers, it will automatically calculate out based on what your income will be. And the moment that a subscriber unsubscribes, it will automatically also recalculate it out, and it will show the amount of money that you will be getting here at the end of the month. That same counts for increase, as well as it will continuously monitor your PayPal account on what's on there. Now with this particular feature, I'm not completely sure if that's possible because of security reasons within PayPal, but I have to discuss about that with Twitch admins as well as a couple of the other developers out there. And the bitcoins of course counts for the exact same thing. I'm trying to make this an option. If not, I will be changing this. Next up is the viewers, the followers, the subs, and the app viewers. Now this is something that a lot of the bots already have. You can see within a couple of the bots how many viewers you have. For example, you can also see that in the XSplit client itself, although it's not completely without flaws. It does have a little bit of delay in XSplit, I've noticed. But it will show the amount of viewers as well, the amount of followers that you have, and the amount of subscribers that you have if you're a subscribed channel. What is however new is the amount of app viewers. Now there's a code out there, I've seen it, but I can't find it anymore unfortunately, that actually shows on how many of the viewers that you have in your channel are using the Android app made by Twitch. This statistic will show you as well on whether you're more popular with Twitch users or viewers that use the Android app while they're, for example, on the go or not. So this is something that's completely new as well. The other one is the viewer status. These three boxes are actually graphical boxes. I want to show in a graphic, for example, on what your viewer status already is. That's very simple as well. Twitch.tv does have it in their own website. Again, you're gonna have to go to your dashboard for that, and it will show you statistic over the course of a day, a week, or a month. And I want to integrate that into Helix Bot, and that counts for follower status as well as subscriber status as well. In the other sheets, and I can show you that after this interface, I also try to implant that and export that into a .txt file, but we'll go over that later. On the right upper side we'll see something of a unique thing as well, which is the upload speed. I hope in some sort of way that my Helix bot will monitor continuously your upload speed. A lot of the streamers know that, for example, you cannot go below the .5 Mbps in order to start streaming. I want Helix Bot to continuously monitor that on your system and start showing red whenever it goes down. Together that there will be sound options for that as well, but we'll go over that later. Sorry for my voice, by the way. Next up is the FPS status. Some of you developers out there already know that Fraps actually monitors the entire system on the FPS side. I think there is a very handy command for that, actually, to do that within the computer system itself, and therefore can be integrated into Helix Bot as well. I want to hopefully get that integrated as well. Then we've got the setup button. I'll go over that later, as well as the refresh. I also want the option for Helix Bot to actually start pinging the line whenever you want to, as well as reset your IP with the command within CMD, which is /renew /ipconfig space renew. Something else which is new as well is that Helix Bot needs to integrate software, communication software. A lot of the times while I'm streaming, I get bothered by people that are actually typing to me towards my TeamSpeak. That's something that that I either forget or I don't see. I want to integrate that by connecting the TeamSpeak server that you're currently using, or Ventrilo or Mumble or Raidcall. Set that up, and actually when you get a notification within the chat of one of these four softwares, it will show you a notification including the name on who typed it towards you. Next one is Deepbot. As I explained earlier on, Experts Online I consider as a good friend. He's doing awesome work with Deepbot, and I hope that Helix Bot, being hopefully the younger brother of Deepbot, will be integrating and communicating continuously with Deepbot. Deepbot being, of course, the entertainment software, and Helix Bot being the statistic monitor. Therefore, they can have equal value to each other by way of, for example, Helix Bot can gather up all the information that you have as a streamer and send it over to Deepbot, and the other way around. Deepbot users, Helix Bot can now gather information from Deepbot users that can use into Helix Bot statistics. That's something that I want to work on as well. Next up is the setup for the PlayStation Network and Xbox. I have not seen a bot out there just yet that actually integrated both networks on the consoles, and I think that it's very underappreciated that a lot of the console users and streamers are not getting the equal amount of support regarding bots as they should have got. So I want to give them that option as well, by way of showing the statistic while they're only, for example, streaming on a console. Next one is something that I wanted to integrate it for a very long time in the software, which is the integration of social media as well as third-party applications. I went ahead and used the most common ones used by streamers. The social media, of course, being Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as YouTube, maybe, depends on how you look at it, and Reddit. And the third-party applications being Battle.net, Origin, Steam, Curse, as well as the financial part being PayPal and Bitcoin. Basically what for now I want to push out in the initial alpha phase is just communicating whether a person got a notification or mail, and for PayPal and Bitcoin will transfer the amount that you have live on your account. I want to expand this later on if that's possible. I do know that some of these companies do not look highly towards sharing their API databases, but we're gonna have to see that later on. The other thing over here that you might notice that I kind of skipped that a little bit is the statistics that you will be having as a streamer for yourself. For example, the number of channels that you follow channels that are live. We already noticed that in other bots as well, but it's something that I wanted to provide extra within Helix Bot. The number of channels that you subscribe to, as well as the number of chat channels that you have in your own stream, the number of banned viewers that you have, the number of streamers that hosted you, as well as the number of channel mods that you have. The number of Deepbot users in channel. I hope that I get that integrated within Deepbot, and especially because Experts Online has plans to actually push out a viewer client, and the number of channels that you are banned on yourself. The last options that will be added as well is a ban checker. We already know that's out there. At the moment, if I'm correct, it's only on web, so it's only at twitchtips.com if I'm correct, where you can check bans. I'm not completely sure about this though. Filters and chat send, which enables you to directly send statistics within the chat. So this is not something that you want to use, for example, to inform your viewers that you're gonna start a raffle or an auction or something like that. That's what Deepbot is for, or other bots are for. Clear chat, the command to instantly clear the chat. That way you don't have to refresh the page within the chat, refresh your own stream, or if you have your chat popped out, Control F5 your own chat. Subscriber setup, I'm still working on that, on what that should contain, as well as the stream option. I've got a very extensive sound database, and I've got a very nice lady that's willing to help me out to actually push out about 100 different sounds, and that includes sounds when Helix UI started up. It's a very soothing and calming voice, kind of similar like Eve from Eve Online, and I'm very happy that she's willing to cooperate in this. The Helix setup is for Helix setup itself. It will give a couple of options regarding that, and sync data, of course, where you can synchronize the data of everything that Helix Bot is integrated with. That also gives Helix Bot also gives the option to check continuously whether you got a message or not, and if you did get a message, you will get a sound played out as well regarding that. And of course the regular and the premium client will be out there as well. I do have on the shelf, if I do get enough developers for this, 3 different types of clients, whether it being for streamers, non-streamers, and a admin client. I do know that if this version gets pushed out, it will be popular within the Twitch team, as Deepbot is currently right now already. What do I actually need? It's very simple. As I worked towards the .NET framework, I already discovered we're talking in this software part about nearly 300,000 lines of code. Aside of that, I'm not the best coder myself. I do know how to gather a lot of information API wise. I do know how to set up the framework, and I do know how to CSS and design a website. However, coding is not my strong side. I also know for developing this software, it's not something that one coder can do. This can be done by 3 or 4 coders in order to do that a short while, and I think that with 3 or 4 coders, considering that they can communicate well together, they are able to push out an alpha version within 3 months or something like that. My plan for Helix Bot is it's not going to be free software, of course, because the servers need to be paid for that. Just like Deepbot, I'm planning to make it $10 one time only to buy the software, and there will be a VIP status as well regarding a couple of functions within Helix Bot. And as we go on and continue, we can add extra premium version options for the expansion of Helix Bot. That's basically it for now. I went ahead already to make a subreddit about it as well, which is www.reddit.com/r/helixbot. If you want to check out or help me out or contact me, please go over here and send me a message or submit a link, and we can discuss and communicate about what you want and how you see this. One of the things that I do need help with is deciding what code I should be using. I was considering actually using Java for this, with a little bit of PHP, but as I said, I'm not the greatest coder. Therefore, I'm dependent on expert coders to actually decide what's the best coding language in order to use and make this software. Thank you all for watching. If you are interested in the project, again, please go to the subreddit. I will be, however, if I'm able to get this software off the ground, I will be posting on YouTube regular progress videos regarding this, and feel free to subscribe or contact me on YouTube as well. I hope to see you next time. I'm Arctomian. See you later.